live streaming now. And it's just as we welcome through the Yisker service. Those of you who are on Zoom, you can't be seen by anybody out on our live streaming as long as you remain in the mute mode. Later on, you'll have the opportunity to share the name of the person that you're reciting Yisker for, and just the name of the relationship and how they're connected to you. So we're gonna try and personalize this experience since we can't be together. It's such a powerful ritual and ceremony that is shared together. But we're gonna do this. We're gonna create a sense of community and connection through our Zoom, and just gonna set ourselves, gonna get in the mood for Yisker now with Chazan Stein.
My mother of blessed memory passed away over 40 years ago, and it was in the evening time, and it was a full moon. And I always remember because of the full moon. And so I wrote a song about her passing, and it's based on Esa Einai, which talks about the day and night God is there with us, no matter when it is. Sometimes when the moon is full, I remember the night you passed, standing at the edge of the ocean, like the waves my heart had crashed. In the moon's soft glow, I steal a glimpse of a mother I could never replace. I hear your voice and song of the sea. Oh, how I love this place. God neither sleeps nor slumbers. Hine lo yanu, below Hishan. Neither does your memory fade in the darkness of night or the stillness of dawn. Esa Einai, I lift up my eyes to the Holy One, blessed be she, to the skies, the light of your love never dies. Every year I light a candle and place it in the sand. When the full moon paints a line from horizon to the land, I tell your story to my children. They sense your presence there. I see your beaming face shine down as moonbeams draw you near. God neither sleeps nor slumbers, Hinelo Yanu, below Hishan. Neither does your memory fade in the darkness of night, the stillness of dawn. Esa Einai, I lift up my eyes to the Holy One, blessed be He, to the skies, the light of your love. As waves of memory wash over us, your help is ever flowing. Ezri Me'im Hashem, we're comforted in knowing God neither sleeps nor slumbers. Hinelo Yanu, below Hishan. Neither does your memory fade in the darkness of night, the stillness of dawn. Esa Einai, I lift up my eyes to the Holy One, blessed be He, to the skies, the light of your love never dies. I can feel it in the moonlight, I feel it in the ocean. You live inside my heart.
Chazan, so beautiful. Sometimes hard to get in that place, that frame of moment, to feel that our hearts can open and to feel that moment. You've helped us do that so well. This moment of Yizkor, to be able to remember our loved ones. We live in such crazy times. How many of you ever would have thought that we would be staying away from the people we love the most because of the very love we have for them? Could you have imagined a world? You know these stories. Family members who contracted COVID-19, quarantined in their own homes for 14 days, unable to be nursed back to health or comforted by spouses and children. Doctors, nurses, and other frontline COVID health workers who have had to take up long-term residence in another part of their house to avoid the possibility of infecting their own family members. Elderly parents, some suffering from dementia, who live in assisted living or full care facilities, who cannot be visited by their children. They don't often understand why. Grandparents who can't hug their grandchildren. Stories go on. Stories in which the people who love each other the most are not able to demonstrate that love through physical touching. We've seen the heart-wrenching pictures. We've lived them in our own lives. I imagine that each of you can think of someone that you yearn to hold just for a moment that you haven't been able to for the last number of months. What we wouldn't do just for a quick hug, let alone one of those long, lingering hugs in which love seems to flow between the two people, in which no words are necessary, just a loving embrace. And yet, with the lack of that embrace, as distant as we are physically, our love is not diminished. In fact, refraining from touching is our new symbol of love. How crazy is the world we live in? We live in a world now in which love is actually demonstrated through not touching someone. Not only do we avoid kissing someone, but we stay 6 feet away and wear a mask as a way of showing how much we love them. Perhaps at no other time in history have we understood that to love someone doesn't mean you have to physically be able to touch them. But Judaism has always understood that. And Yizkor is the manifestation of that very idea. You can still love and still feel that love in the absence of that physical touch. If you have a Yizkor candle lit and you can't see it from where you are, I just want you to take a second to go get it and to bring it close to you. Because I want the symbol of that flame to be with you in this moment. This is actually the benefit of finding some silver lining in this type of Yizkor experience from your homes. To see that candle and to feel the uniqueness of that flame. Yizkor is traditionally the time in which our personal losses are shared as a community. Each of you has personal stories of loss, whether a parent, a spouse, sibling, or the tragedy of losing a child. Each of you carry the personal nature of that loss and love in your heart. No one else can truly understand it. Sometimes the very people you hang around don't know the story even. It's not part of your relationship with them. In fact, sometimes when we're in the sanctuary together, I imagine you looking at other people and wondering, who are they remembering? Who are they reciting Kaddish for? Just a moment in our Yizkor service, those of you who wish are going to be able to share the name of that person that you're remembering and your relationship. Even though we can't touch our loved ones physically, does not mean that our love for them is diminished. In fact, in moments like the Yizkor, we think of the quote from the Song of Songs, love is as strong as death. A candle that we light to represent our loved ones is inspired by the verse of the Proverbs, Ner Adonai Nishmat Adam, the flame of God is the soul of the human being. You can't hold the flame, and yet you know it exists. And each flame is unique, just like your unique love for the person that you're remembering now. The flame is determined by the type of wax that's used, the type of wick, the amount of oxygen present at the moment. They all determine what that flame looks like. Like a snowflake, each flame, each soul is unique. That's what we remember at this moment. The uniqueness of that relationship, what they meant to us and not to other people. And most of all, perhaps, how do we keep their memory burning? Yesterday, we read the 10 Commandments in Book of Exodus, in which we're told to remember the Shabbat. According to the rabbis, how do we remember? By doing. It's the same with our loved ones. We remember them by the ways in which we live our lives. How do we bring the best of what they demonstrated into this world so their memories will be for a blessing? Zichronam livracha, as we say, that those memories shall be a blessing. I just want you to take a moment, all of you, just close your eyes. I want you to bring to mind the loved ones you are remembering at this moment. Just create a picture of them. Notice their features. Feel their presence in this moment. You don't have to physically touch them to share that love and to feel them in your hearts at this moment. As Chazan Stein will begin Ma'adam.
Adonai ma'adam v'tedaehu ben enosh v'techashuvehu Adam v'eldama yamav kitsev over.
Adonai, what are human beings that you take account of them? Mortals that you care for them? Humans are as a breath. Their days like a passing shadow. In the morning, they flourish anew. In the evening, they shrivel and die. Teach us to count each day that we may acquire a heart of wisdom. If you're following the Yizkor service, by the way, in our Lev Shalom prayer book, you'll be able to follow that now on page 331. Not to worry if you don't have it. When it comes to the personal meditation and reflection, I'm going to share that on the screen later with you as well to be able to share. But if you're following the book, page 331, Shaviti.
Shiviti Adonai lenegdi tamid ki mimini bal emot Shiviti Adonai lenegdi tamid Ki mimini bal emot lachen samach libi v'yagel kivodi af besari yishkon
There's a moment in which we're going to provide you opportunity to share the name or names of people that you are remembering today. So I'm going to ask you to do is, if you're interested in doing this, it's just to raise your hand. And I'll try and call on you to go around the screens. I have multiple screens, unfortunately, so it may take a while, but as long as I can see you and you're raising your hand, I'm gonna call on you and just share with us the name of the person and the relationship to you. If I don't see your hand up, just hold it up until I call you, and that way I can find you. And you'll have to mute yourselves, just remember, and then when you do that, you'll be able to see, you'll be seen on the live streaming but this is the moment to remember your unique losses. And let me call the Epsteins.
My only father, Ira Epstein.
And my pops, Ira Epstein, my best friend, Jeremy Eisenstein, and George Floyd.
David Lorch. You have to unmute.
My mother, Joyce Lorch, my father, Henry Lorch.
Okay. Mitch Kreitenberg.
My father, Mike Kreitenberg, my mother, Gladys Kreitenberg, my father-in-law, Alan Minus.
Howard. The Lobes, yes. Okay, if you can unmute. There you go.
Okay. My dad, Ernest Loeb. My mom, Selma Loeb.
And my mom, Ruth Padua, and my dad, Irving Padua.
Okay. Dave Shapiro.
My father, Ralph Shapiro, who just passed November 29th, and my mother, Ecile Doris Pierce, Raful Ben Eliezer.
Very nice. Davises.
My father, David Netzer.
Okay. Gail.
My son, Stephen Goldberg.
Oof, yes. Mark, Rich.
My mother, who has passed 44 years ago, Abby Rich. My father, Arthur Rich, about 6 years ago. And my father-in-law, many years ago, Harold Spiegel.
Okay. Cecil. You have to unmute yourself, Cecil.
Oh, thank you. Nearly 30 people in my immediate family that were murdered between World Wars I and World War II for the only crime of being Jewish. My parents, of course, Sayas and Goldie Sansanovich. My first cousin, Salvador Lu, who passed away recently. My late wife, Libby Sansanovich, who passed away due to illness. My in-laws who passed away due to illnesses of an old age. And I don't know if I mentioned about nearly 30 people in my extended family that were wiped out by the Nazis and rogue Russian soldiers in World War I. So,
oh, we lost you there, Cecil, for our condolences on your loss, all of them. Princes, please. Yeah, you have to unmute. There you go. Nope, hold on. Yeah. Go ahead.
My mother, Suzanne Epstein, who passed away January 1st, and my father, Marvin Epstein, who passed this last August.
And my dad, Murray Prince, who passed away many years ago, and my grandmother, Rose Hurtis, who also passed away, and my prayers to my in-laws, as Melanie just said.
Okay. And Jackie? You have to unmute, yes. Not yet. You figure it out there. There you go.
Oh, she's muted.
Nope, she keeps going. Go ahead, try it again. There you go.
Okay, yay, okay. For my mom and my Auntie Ricky, who within 5 days passed away 11 years ago and 7 years ago, and upcoming for my booby, who it'll be 30 years, and my Zadie, who it'll be 40 years.
All right, thank you. Stocks, you're going to share? Oh, you have to unmute yourself also. There you go, I got you.
My mother, Claire Stock, and my father, Bernard Stock.
And almost all my relatives, but especially my mother, Edith Perlman Malovitz Rosenberg, and my father, Philip Malovitz.
All right, Jeff Bernhard.
Marcia Bernhardt, and my parents, Ruth Bernhardt and Henry Bernhardt.
Okay. Irene Klinetsky.
My husband, Steve Klinetsky, my in-laws, my parents, Joseph and Gertrude Colton, my brother, Stephen Colton, my brother-in-law, Mike Church, my nephew, Jason Bennett, and anybody else that I've missed in the family.
Okay. Stan.
Yeah, my mother, Sally Schroeder, my daughter, Laura Dawson, and my paternal grandparents that I grew up with, Solomon and Hannah Schroeder.
Okay, thank you. Adrian and Jerry. Good. Go ahead.
My sister Shelly Schwartz, who just this week the kids wished was here because there's been a little dispute amongst the siblings, and they know that Aunt Shelly would have come in here and taken care of it, fixed it. And my parents, Edith and Harold Schwartz, and for us, our second mom, Aunt Florence Ross.
And my folks, Arthur Ross and Rose Ross.
Okay. Natalie? You can unmute. There you go.
My parents, David and Anita Strauss. My in-laws, Paul and Henry Rosenthal. Excuse me. Grandparents, aunts and uncles, friends. And my dear friend, Terry Victor Hess, who lost her battle with cancer on April 11th.
Okay. All right. So those of you not on the other screen, those of you who still want to raise your hand, Jennifer, go ahead.
My father, Natalia Stein, and my mother, Anita Stein, who just passed away recently.
Okay. Bert, go ahead.
Okay, so it's my son, Jason Turretz, and my husband, Mike Turretz. My parents, my brother, Stephen Colton, my brother-in-law, Stephen Klinetsky, and my father-in-law, Sam Turretz, and my extra mother, as I referred to her, Nellie Lesnich, and her son and daughter, Nora and Ed Lesnich, and then there's many other people, all my grandparents, of course, and some very close cousins.
All right, we'll keep them in memory as well. Avi?
Rina's parents, Zev and Zora. My parents, Alexander and Batya. Our grandparents, my uncle Ephraim, and my cousin Avi Birkin.
Okay, thank you. Michelle Buck? Yes.
My father, Milton Katz, he was killed in a plane crash when I was 5. Been a long time.
Oh my goodness. It's always hard for me to hear that when you share. Lori, go ahead.
My mom and dad, Bill and Charlotte, my grandparents, my daughter Erin, and my granddaughter Sophia Harris.
Okay. Madeline, go ahead.
My parents, Fran and Lou Kaufman, and my grandmother, Anna Kaufman, my other relatives, and my friend Bob Schwartz, who passed away 2 days ago.
Our condolences. David Bruskin.
My parents, Sidney Bruskin and Sandra Bruskin. My grandparents, Rosie Sam Bruskin, Anna and Henry Brown, my great aunt and Sarah Shoemaker, my aunt and uncle Phyllis and Solace Basin, my godparents, Helen and Walter Brown, and the Silverman family who were in Flight 800.
Okay. Janice Weiss. By the way, others, just keep your hands up, those of you still, if you'd like to share a name.
My husband, John David Weiss, my parents, Evelyn Rice Goodman and David E. Goodman, and my uncle, Archie Goodman.
Yeah, thank you. Langsoms, if you'll unmute yourselves. Yeah, you have to unmute. There you go.
Are we good?
You are now.
Okay, good. Shirley Cass, Norman Cass, Saul Ross, and Stephen Ross.
Okay, thank you. Elaine Hall?
And Mel.
My father, Aaron Langston, and my mother, Eva Langston.
My apologies. All right, did we get all the names, Mel, that you wanted?
Yeah, just my father and mother, Aaron and Eva Langston.
Okay. All right, my apologies. Elaine Hall now, please.
My father, Saul Goldenberg, my mother, Betty Goldenberg, my mother-in-law, Joni Katz, my surrogate mom, Gracie Katz, and my former brother-in-law, Stevie Katz.
Okay, thank you. Tamar? Yeah, unmute, yeah. There you go.
My mother, May, who died in
Okay. Ben Aminia, please.
My parents, Mordechai and Rivka Aminia, my in-laws, Dina's parents, Eliyahu and Yocheved. Also, Shavuot is very special to me because it was my dad's birthday.
Okay. David, did you want to share? Or no? No, okay. Is there anybody that I did not get a chance to call on? Wait a minute, hold on. Sue Shenfield, go ahead, please. You have to, yeah, mute.
Who passed away. Oh, I didn't.
Nope. Hold on, you got to try and unmute again, sorry. There you go. Now you're good, you can share.
David Schenfeld, who passed away just in March, and my brother Arnold Marks.
Okay. Who else? Are there other people? Is there anybody that I've missed? I want to make sure you all get a chance. I don't see anybody. Okay, Deborah Rosenberg, thank you.
My father, Martin David Dubin, my grandparents on both sides, Jack and Victoria Latterman, and Harry and Rose Dubin, and my cousin Eleanor, and my mother-in-law, Elaine Claire Rosenberg.
All right. And now that we have shared their names, we're going to offer the prayers. Can you see there the text in front of you? You can offer the prayers for male, for female, for anybody that you like. Hazan Stein's going to give us a little bit of background music just to be able to take us through. But whether it's a parent, a spouse, a child, a sibling, or anybody else, you'll find and just tailor these words to your memories now as we take personal moments of reflection. As you finish up the words and the memories, it's now time to turn to the words of the El Malei Rachamim prayer. I'll let these words stay up there just for a little bit longer if you'd like, as Hazan Stein is going to share with us the Hebrew. If you're following in the prayer book, page 336 for the El Malei. I'm going to ask you all to rise. By the way, those of you who wish, please, now would be the time to rise if you're not already standing.
El Malei Rachamim Shochen Abamim Hametzeh Menucha Nechona Tachat Kanfei Hashechim B'malot kedoshim u'tahorim Kizohar harakia mazahim Lenishmot kol ele shehazakarnu hayom livracha שהלכה לעולמם בגן עדן תהא מנוחתם. אנא בעל הרחמים, הסתירם בסתר כנפיך לעולמים. יצרור החיים את נשמותיהם. אדוני הוא נחלתם וינוח בשלום על משכבותיהם ונאמר
Exalted, compassionate God, grant perfect peace in your sheltering presence among the holy and the pure, whose radiance is like the heavens to the souls of all those we've mentioned and all those in our hearts on this day. May their memory be a blessing and may they rest in paradise. Master of mercy, may they find eternal shelter beneath your sheltering wings, and may their souls be bound up in the bonds of eternal life. Adonai is their portion. May they rest in peace, and let us say, Amen. We're going to turn now to the words of the mourner's Kaddish, as we all join together in these words as a community. And so we join together, please. Yit Gadal ve'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah. Amen. V'yalmad yivrach yerutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon v'yomechon u'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael v'agalau v'zman kari v'meru. Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'me'el maya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal Shemei dekudesha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata damiran v'alma v'meru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'meru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'meru. Amen. We're going to conclude our Yizkor service with Oseh Shalom, that their memories should be one of peace, that we, in living out their lives and their memories, that we should bring peace to this world. Oseh Shalom.
Oseh Shalom b'mromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, ועל כל ישראל, יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו, ועל כל ישראל.
May all their memories be a blessing for all of us. We're going to conclude our Yizkor service as we go offline from the live streaming. Those of you who are regulars, you're welcome to stay on the